So, all right, y'all. We are back. We just changed from the just chatting screen, whatever. We are here now with our mega draft. And today we are making a construction team. Now, I bet you're thinking construction team, like, yeah, we just out here making construction teams. But here's the catch. We are using NFL players from all time. So, you can choose your Jeremy Shockeys and your Lawrence Taylors and all that stuff, or you can choose your modern players, whatever. So,
Some curve names in there, boy.
but yeah. So here we go. So guys, okay. So feel me on this. General contractor, right? Check me out. I'll start it out. I'll start out like since you
Yeah,
started
yeah,
out
yeah.
last time. General contractor, bro. Feel me on this, y'all. Richard Sherman. Richard Richard Sherman as a general contractor. Now, this is why I say it because, for one, nigga is actually super smart. He went to Stanford. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Even though he he does take stuff seriously, but he also like jokes around a lot. Like he'll hit you with the pause. You know,
Hmm.
like if you say something sus, he'll be like pause. Like saying like that. But now Richard Sherman is actually a really smart dude. Like, and when you can hear it when he talk too, even though he sound like super aggressive. Rich Sherman's a smart dude,
Okay.
and he can lead like a team, I guess you would say, but not like I guess like a quarterback. So, but he can lead a defense. I guess what you could say. He could be the best player on a defense if he in his prime.
You're
Okay.
taking
Okay. Okay.
okay. If you're taking that approach, the only person at the that pops into my head that would be able to challenge that position would have to be Ray Lewis.
See,
Right.
I put him somewhere else. I use Ray Lewis, but I put him somewhere else.
Okay, then never mind. Then yeah, we can lead a Sherman then.
So and this is the only person I have. So the only person that I came up with for that was Jeff Thomas,
You said Jeff
6'5".
Jeff Tomlinson.
That played tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh no, 92 to 99.
I wasn't even watching football then.
Jeff Thompson.
Yeah. So only reason I chose that is because that's a pretty decent stats. I don't even have a ring, but he's literally a project manager right now for a construction company. So
Oh. Hey, maybe we should choose him then. Maybe we should pick
yeah,
Yeah,
the
him.
main contractor because he's already know the lay of the land. He's already been doing this for a while.
Low key, probably should do that.
He's already been doing this.
that's a pick. Yeah, that's a curveball pick. Cause I didn't even. There you go for the
Yeah,
Cincinnati
yeah.
Bengals.
Jeff Thomas.
Okay, so it's either gonna be Richard or Jeff. Who we picking? I kind of like the Jeff thing because
I like the Jeff thing, man.
Jeff.
He's been here before.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Jeff, because it would be Richard. It'd be Richard Sherman's first time.
Hmm.
right. It's like, you might mess up something bad, and being a contractor is a pretty big deal.
Right.
Million
Big
dollar
deal.
projects and stuff.
Big deal,
That's coming out of your pocket, play.
man.
Right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we got Jeff Tomlinson. Uh, he used to be on the Cincinnati Bengals.
You're
Bengals 92. All right. Next, we got
Troy
safety.
Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu.
Boy,
Yeah.
let me as a construction worker go through and explain the role, and then see if you want to keep that guy. Ready?
Hmm.
As a safety coordinator, contractor, and a company of construction, your job is to make sure everything is being done correctly and safely. Everybody's wearing their headpiece, protection gear, PPEs, making sure that there's guarding and protections around the roof so that nobody walks too close and fall off, making sure that people are doing their job correctly, wearing lanyards and yo-yos, supports for all their equipment when they're up high on lifts and ladders, being a nuisance, like walking there and standing there and watching you work, waiting
Mm,
for you to do something wrong, jumping on your head, not being afraid to say, hey, don't do that, because you don't want to get into it with nobody. No, safety. We need to do the job safe so nobody gets hurt and we don't get fined for it. That's safety.
Mm.
Mm, okay, so
So
Brett
let me.
Favre.
Mm,
Charles Woodson.
Ooh, Charles Woodson is a good one.
Yeah, he was
Let's
he
see.
he was
I'll
some
play
on
it
that
by the
Saints
book.
team.
Play it by the book. Uh,
would you
man,
say, Matt?
if we take it like that, play it by the book. I'm thinking Peyton Manning.
That's funny because I put him
Mm,
somewhere else.
Really? Nah.
Yes,
Where'd you put Peyton?
I put. You know what? Now it makes sense. Like when he said the job description, like maybe he does fit there. Maybe these two need to switch. I put him for HVAC air conditioning, but maybe he is like a safety coordinator.
Mm,
Like because he does like have like I mean he was that kind of guy like when, I feel like when he played
like the safety kind of guy, right?
yeah
Yeah, had everybody in position, always calling audibles, learned the playbook so he could make audibles on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
mm-hmm
yeah, that sounds safe.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, sounds like it could be
It's,
safety.
it's crazy you say that because that's something that they also do as well. Like if there's like, let's say I got my stuff that has to go here, somebody else's stuff has to go there. They're also the ones that come out and kind of coordinate between the two. Them and the general contractor kind of coordinate between the two. It's like, well, let's work it out so that this goes here and that moves there. Sometimes you lose and your stuff gotta move, or sometimes they lose, their stuff
Hmm.
gotta move. Sometimes it's a compromise, but he's the one that's like, let's do that done safely, making an audible and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We
okay
agree with the Peyton Manning? Is that a pool?
I think so.
All right. What we
All
got
right.
with the plumbers? What's a plumber, bro?
Jason Kelsey.
Plumbers. Boy. These guys, of course, we all know responsible for the water systems in the building, responsible for running that pipe, you know what I'm saying, laying that pipe, you feel me?
Tell
Through the
me.
underground building, uh, learning the hydraulics and the pressurization of it. These guys, they kind of, from what I've seen, some pretty chill guys. They come in, have a good time. They're messing with water that's gonna be your sewer water and stuff. So they out here just kind of just being chill about it, getting real dirty real fast. They got these big heavy pipes
Yeah.
laying on for your bathrooms, for your bathrooms, water fountains. They got overhead that they pressurize to get water to the HVAC, so they support that for HVAC. And yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's your plumbers, your guys you call have a problem with your toilet.
Who'd you say, Mac?
Jason Kelsey.
How you feel about Gronkowski?
Hmm. You know what? Cause they both so Jason and I feel like Jason and Rob are like on that same like goofy like acting like having a good
Yeah,
time type of
right.
timing. But I don't know. I feel like Rob maybe he is like because one he's big as fuck. Like and he's big as not like a like center big,
Yeah.
not like center big, but he's big for like the
He's a big
he
dude.
was a big dude. But
Those are
uh
heavy set guys on the job up
Every
front.
time I see
It's funny to say.
every time I see anything of dang. Every time I see anything of Gronkowski, I see him near water, which is why I said
mm,
Gronkowski with the it's a head boy there, but kind of fits the mode at the same time.
Who you
okay.
say back?
I said Jason Kelsey. He was the center for the Eagles. He was the center, so he hiked the ball to what's his name?
You
I got
know,
both.
Kelsey's
I
brother.
got both.
Yeah, Travis Kelsey on the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
That's his brother.
Hey, I'm not gonna hold you. Uh, Kelsey kind of looks like a plumber. Uh,
Let's go with Kelsey then.
Jason
that's
Kelsey.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
Jason
go with Kelsey
Kelsey.
then.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, He looked like he'd have plumber's crack if he was down underneath the counter.
Plumber's crack is crazy.
Hey, it's a real thing. It's crazy. I
I
don't see
know
nobody
it.
else's crack out there but the plumbers.
Electrician. Oh, this your specialty right here.
Yep. So the electricians, as we all know, they're in control of getting all the lighting set up in your building, running your wires, making sure they understand the voltage, amperage, all that stuff. Make sure that they understand the transformers and generators to get you powered correctly. Because if they do it wrong, your building goes down. It burns. You know, a plumber can mess up and cause flooding, and that's a big deal. We have flooding on the job, and it messed up the whole section of the building. They had to replace all the walls, all the drywall, all of that. So anyways, but electrical, you know, you get a fire in there, you don't notice it in time, you losing a good section of it. But anyways, these guys, they're kind of weird. They're a little weird. I'm not even gonna hold you. They're a little weird. I'm a little weird. But they like to think they're quick with it. They like to try to get things done quickly. They're a little messy on the residential side. So there's a big thing about them being like the messiest people on the construction site, 'cause they just leave a mess everywhere. They're not afraid to get hurt. Out of everybody, gonna get hurt probably quite a bit doing electrical work. Not even like major pains and stuff like that, but just constantly getting shocked. You're getting shocked. It's not a matter of if, it's when and how much voltage you got.
Dang.
We had a guy a few months ago. He got stuck on the ladder, doing some wires, and he got caught. And the only way he got himself off was he had to kick the ladder off and fall down, or he would have been stuck on there. He would have died. But yeah. So these guys do that.
Weird guys with smart, you know, plays essentially, right?
Yeah.
It was another thing. Willing to get hurt, right? Like willing to go to.
Yeah. They'll throw this stuff in there. I seen these guys. We got to get this done. Okay, whoop. They'll just hop over there. They're on it. That's with live wires and stuff.
Who you got, Mac? I got one.
I don't know, man. You said weird guys, like
everybody on site's weird. Yeah.
I want to say this guy. But he's not smart enough to be an electrician. Freaking.
I think I got one for you, bro.
What you got? What you got, man? Because I don't think I really got one like that. But I'll say my name. Tim Tebow as an electrician. Okay.
Tim Tebow.
I feel like he's got
a little smart because he's an analyst right now, right? Granted, the people that he's with is Kendrick Perkins, which kind of says a lot. But yeah, and then we all know this guy has like a goofy character, right? Or is a weird character. I guess say weird. That's how he was put off at first to some people, just because he was doing the whole praying thing or whatever. You know, he's always gone hard for the teams that he's been on. He's definitely sustained injuries from it, bro, and still got out there and gave it his all, kind of thing, right? Yeah, those are the tidbits that I gave to that. As far as like anything else electrical, it would have just been icing on the cake if he played for like the Chargers or something. I guess the only other person I could see that would fit the mode even more is Phillip Rivers.
Oh, Phillip Rivers? I was gonna say LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, see, I was gonna go with LaDainian, but it's the I don't think I don't know about electrician, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with who you say?
I said originally Tim. My
Tebow?
replacement could have been Phil Lip.
I like the Tim Tebow aspect. That's
yeah.
Just to put him on the team is crazy. I like the Tim Tebow.
Made the cut with Jason.
He played for the Broncos, right?
Peyton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Tebow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, you know who could have been another decent pick? Possibly. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. RG3.
Electrician, yeah. I feel like he could have been.
Yeah, that could have been a.
So does this help electricians kind of get a role of? They also kind of get called a little sassy.
Yeah, RG3. RG3
I don't know.
too.
Tim Tebow definitely gives me a little bit more sass, but both of them, I don't know. They got sass. They got sass. After all that,
Cat.
after all that, but all
Concrete
right.
guy.
Concrete guys. These guys laying your foundation. Um,
Not the pipe,
these
but the
guys are
wood.
yeah, boy. These guys will come through, and their job is sometimes it's 12 hours long. These guys come in at 3 in the morning, and they're out there getting it done. They got one guy controlling the big machine, big old drop machine, dropping concrete, pouring it in big pads. These guys are coming through, about 20 of them. They like to work fast. Um, they're pretty good at getting people to a point where they just know what they're doing. So concrete guys is gonna know what to do. I don't see these guys talk too much. Like when they're talking, they're BS talking. They're not talking about work. So when it's time to jump in work, there's somebody who just jumps in there. They're looking. They just jump in and do their role. Boom, do their role to the point where it kind of get in the way of other people. Like when they're laying concrete and we got stuff on the ground that might get hit, we got to stand over our stuff and be like, hey, watch out, watch your step, watch out. Because they're in there, getting there, do their job, doing their job. Laying that concrete flat, making sure it's smooth, pouring it, and they're just moving. Boom, boom. That's what your concrete guys do.
Ooh,
So it
who
sounds
you
like.
got, Mac?
So by the way, that sound like these guys. They're not necessarily rude, but like they just do it. They be like,
You're
"Hey,
muted, my friend.
oh, am I muted for real? Oh, I'm muted. Okay, nah. Now I was gonna say it sounds like these guys are rude, but not necessarily rude, but like they like to, you know, they're very
I'm here to do
headstrong.
my job.
They're
Yeah.
very headstrong. This is gonna be kind of crazy. I'm gonna put Antonio Brown as a concrete guy.
What a pull.
I'm gonna put Antonio Brown as a concrete guy.
I was coming with another one, headstrong kind of person, but actually is like more a little bit bigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brian Urlacher.
Oh, Brian Urlacher. Throwback, kind of.
Trot. Trotzbach.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the Antonio Brown. Where you go, bro?
You hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
Sirski.
God dang. So my camera died because we've been on this for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's about to do the same thing.
Yeah, so I went to unplug it from the computer and I accidentally unplugged the mic. And so the mic started acting weird.
That's what's up.
Shoot, they billing me, man. What you talking about?
Boy, I'm finna go make a bill.
Boy.
So I guess we
So
don't.
Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, Antonio Brizzle.
My battery hot as hell.
And breezy.
And breezy.
All right. So now
Still work.
Steel workers.
So these steel worker guys, these guys are cool because a lot of them are welders. So and welders get paid, so they're making bread. Um, and they out there once again, like everybody else, just making it happen. Guys are setting up these big old beam pieces. I'm up on the little lifts, get up on the lifts, and they're just up there hopping across beams and stuff, welding stuff down, bolting stuff down. These guys get to it, like they don't play. They do big work. I'll say that if that helps out. They do. These are guys who do big work, and they don't. They mess around, but when you look up, they got the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah,
they
Okay.
got to it.
they don't got to it over there.
Lance Briggs.
Ray Lewis.
Mm.
And I got
You
two.
know what? There's two. No, but those two actually, I feel like, bro, I feel like that's a good two, bro. Like, I feel like they're like, unless you put Harris in there.
What about Jerome Bettis?
Bettis as a steel worker.
Mm. I guess we agree on Ray. I guess we agree on Ray Lewis. So we'll put Ray Lewis. At least we need another one.
You know what Harrison I'm talking about?
Harrison.
I think is it is it Harris? Freaking, he used to be the linebacker for the Steelers.
What's his name?
I want to say his last name is Harris.
Najee Harris? No.
Nah. Hold on. He's a monster, bro. Like
Harris on the Steelers. Oh wait, I know you're talking about too. He bald black guy.
James Harrison.
James Harrison.
James Harrison.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that.
Nah, yeah, I'm telling you, if we're going with Ray Lewis, I feel like that is a perfect match right there.
I actually like that, and I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah, I like Steelers. Because it's funny, he's a steel worker. He's on the Steelers.
Right. Dang, it's crazy. We got 2 Steelers on the team though.
I know, right? All right, so yeah, Ray Lewis and James Harrison for our steel workers. Okay, HVAC, air conditioning. I guess we're there.
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
These guys are in charge of your air. These guys get those air ducts up. Every single air duct guy I've met has been chill.
Pun.
No pun intended. Right? Every last one of these guys have been chill. They just go out there and they get it done. They normally work in teams, I see most of the time, because you need 2 guys to get some of them bigger pieces up. Boom. Get them up, bolt them down. I would say one of the biggest things about their job is they never really fully get to live out their full job. You know, they don't get to reap the benefits of it. I should say that, because these are like guys who doing like the background work and they never get to reap the benefit. Like electricians, we'll put in the electrical work, and then we're there from the very start of the job to the very end of the job, because we're making sure if anything happens, we're there making sure lights are working, this and that. Plumbers, you know, they're there pretty late in the job. You know, they get to use the bathrooms. We get to use the lights. Everybody gets to use the AC. Once the AC is running, for the most part, HVAC guys are gone. Most of them. Gone. They don't really get to reap the benefit. They working in this hot or cold or this and that. And once that stuff really get working, you know, they get their final trip.
They gone.
They're gone. You know, they're off to the next job. You know, oh, it's working, we're gone. So yeah, those type of guys, they're chill. They don't really get to reap the benefit of their job. They just make sure that air is going, hot air, cold air, internally for the building.
Who you got, X?
Nobody.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one.
Drew
Drew Brees.
Colin Kaepernick.
Even better. There you go.
Colin Kaepernick. Because he did not get to live out his full... He did not get to reap the benefits of the NFL.
No, yeah, you wrecked with that. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick was a great pull.
Boy.
Great pull. Set a great foundation that gets slept on. People keep crediting freaking Michael Vick to Lamar Jackson comparisons when there was really a Colin Kaepernick in there.
Boy. Yeah, he missed all that. Yeah.
Man. Man, no, that's a good pull. That's a great pull.
I do know that much. He missed all that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Only other pull I could think could have went there would have been Megatron, but he got to reap some of his stuff though.
Yeah, he did. Dang, Megatron would have been a good one too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're down to framers.
These guys, they kind of do big work too. They're kind of in the range with the steel workers, but not as heavy, not as hardcore. But they still be out there. These guys, they set up the frames for all your buildings, set up the stills, make sure there's a proper distance apart. Yeah. These guys, they get up there. They're technical and quick. Go there, boom. Like for commercial building, I was standing there working. I look over. They got these 2 lines on the ground. You guys walk up. And let me see how long can I give you a good reference?
Ooh, I think I got 2 good ones actually.
Half football field, right? No. A quarter football field length, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys walk up. 2 lines on the ground. They set a laser. Make sure the line's straight. 5 minutes. They got half of that thing done. I'm talking bottom half, top half, and all the studs in between. Guys come in. They're technical. They're quick. And then they come in with that heavy ass drywall. I don't know how they hold it. They come in and pop that mug up once again, technical and quick. Stick it where it's supposed to be. Bow. Shoot them guns. It's up. You got to be quick. You got to have your stuff there and ready, because once they say ready to drywall, Memphis is ready to drywall. They coming in there and they moving quick. Oh yeah.
All right, where you at, Mac?
Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees.
I took a defensive approach to it.
Okay.
DeMarcus Ware and Julius Pepper.
Oh, okay.
Julius, yeah.
Julius Peppers.
It's the hey, stop! You're bumping the table.
Defensive approach.
It's the reason why I took that approach was once they get past that line of scrimmage, you know what I'm saying? It's Rap City and it happens pretty fast.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, they get past that. Like, yeah, we put our stuff up. Once we're past putting our stuff up, they coming in and they coming quick. Yeah. You know exactly where they going too.
Who do you want to go? Julius Pep? Who did Jay Pep play for?
Yeah. Who do you play
Panthers.
For? Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he was the Panthers and then he went to the Bears.
Bears.
I had I said Larry Fitzgerald and Drew Brees, but no, I like you said defensive framers. They get in there and then was Cam Chancellor a wideout?
Who?
Cam Chancellor.
I don't know. Cam Chancellor.
Because he was wasn't he part of the the defensive, what were they called, on the Seahawks, their defense, what was their defense called?
I don't remember what they were called.
Dang, they had a name too. What's his position? A safety. Oh, he's a safety.
A safety? Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, he's a safety. So never mind. But they had a name. The Legion of Boom.
Oh, no, I didn't know. Yeah, I've heard that name, but I didn't know that was who that belonged to, though.
There we go. My bad.
Yeah, but Julius Peppers and DeMarcus Ware. That was my other person.
Oh, DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus. There we go. I forgot who he played for, too. I ain't gonna lie.
Cowboys.
Oh, he does play for the old dumb boys.
Yeah, he used to play for them boys.
He did. Okay. Painters.
The Browns.
That's funny. For Painters, I put Brock Purdy and Jimmy Garoppolo head ass. Another 49, 2 more 49er niggas.
We need 1 or 2 on this one though.
I don't know. It said paint. We just said Painters. We didn't specify.
Yeah.
Oh, probably just one. I mean, Painters. It's I didn't know we moved on. My bad. It was I'm looking up players and shit. It was Painters. They come in after drywall up. They mud it, get that tape on there, mud it, make sure everything's smooth, sand it down smooth, and they paint it. That's pretty much it to their job. They walk around on stilts most of the time, doing that stuff. Them and the framers, they walk around on stilts though, doing that stuff most of the time. It seems pretty quick and effortless. I don't know. I'm not a painter, but I will say that's probably one of the only trades that's got a lot of women in it. That's in a way, in a direction or not. It's pretty simple. Just make sure everything's smooth and paint it, coat it, recoat it. They'll come through and make sure nothing's dinged up and stuff. And when stuff does get dinged up, they'll come back and repaint it.
Nah, we can go to a pick on that one, bro.
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for that one.
Brock Purdy, because remember Brock Purdy wasn't really like, he wasn't really like a considered like a, he came in and like kind of made his wave and now he's like a
Came in quick and in and out type deal.
yeah, but no, he came in, he did his thing, and now he's like part of the, I don't know, the first string quarterback. But I don't know, Brock Purdy, like I just say Brock Purdy just because like if you see him, like he kind of looks like a painter, to be honest. Like he looks like he paints.
And he makes that stuff look purty.
Yeah, and he makes it he makes it look effortless, just purdy. You know what I'm saying?
Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, he looks like he would be a painter. Like
Yeah, he like he would manage something like that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that is true. The painters, they do have to make that stuff look smooth. They'll be getting on each other's head for uneven paint and stuff like that.
Make it look purty.
all right,
That's
two. Oop, I suppose. There we go. ERS.
I know they were Reds.
Yeah, Reds 49 Reds.
49 Reds.
All right. Now we got specialties. I already got my pick for these.
Specialties, two specialties. So these guys, they come mostly toward the end of the job. Everything's all your major stuff is all set up. All your major stuff is done. They come in and they do like the special stuff. If you have your RFID card readers, they're the ones that come
out.
There you go. Hey, that was an Uno. He dropped it quick.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, those type of guys. Yeah. You guys are. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, no. I think those are the picks, bro.
Yeah. Troy Polamalu and Tyreek Hill.
Yep, Polamalu and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, because Tyreek, man, he's just fast as like, bro. If he gets open field, you're done.
It's burners.
You're gone. He's special like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't give him the open field. Don't let him get ahead of steam, or he will burn you with his short self.
Only way I would not put Polamalu on specialties. The reason why I would, the only person, no. I take that back. I would rather have Polamalu on cleanup crew.
On janitorial? Oh.
Yep, cleanup crew. Devin Hester as my specialties. Since we're going with super fast, right?
Okay. He's playing with Bears, right?
Yep, and he was on the special teams.
And he was on special teams. And then, Tyreek Hill.
You said come in after the job is done, essentially, right?
Yeah, so they're setting up your primary functions, your RFID card readers. They're setting up your fire alarm. Making sure all your special function stuff is going, like refrigeration and all that.
Devin Hester. After the team kicks its field goal, he comes in and puts the other team puts his team in position, right? Like, I don't know. I just made that up. I just made that up just now.
Hey, I was listening to. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and last but not least,
janitorials.
I already tell you who I got with this.
Let me tell you, see if I can sway you different because of what I've seen as far as construction janitorial. These guys, when you hear the term general laborer, these are probably the only guys on the job that are general laborers. Because they are come in, pick up the trash guys. These guys, they send them in to go grab the pile of trash, to pick up the heavy loads and toss them out the side window, carry the stuff that people don't want to carry. Most of the time, these guys are either mentally not there, for lack of better words, or criminals that trying to look for some way in. I take that back because most of these construction jobs are full of criminals. It's crazy. But it's cool they get that chance. Anyways, these guys are like low on the tier list, like mentally not there, are people who just won't get a chance anywhere else. So they just go there, work for like $12 an hour. They're pushing and sweeping, scooping water up and taking out trash all day long.
Johnny Manziel.
It. Oh, good pull. I hear you, bro. But I can still only see them as the cleanup crew, bro. So it's gonna be Troy Polamalu, and if it has to be like the mental, lack there, I wouldn't even call it like. I mean, both of these players are really smart, but I feel like you have to be like crazy smart in order to pull off the plays that they were pulling. Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed.
Oh, Ed Reed. Ed Reed was kind of off the wall, huh?
Yeah. I feel like his personality wise, I feel like he would fit that bill a little bit more. But bro, I can't help but see taking out the trash. Oh, bet.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Like cleanup crew, man.
Okay.
Which is really crazy that if Ed Reed makes the list because it's Ed Reed and Ray Lewis on the team with Antonio Brown.
Oh, that's for that nigga's name.
That's a crazy team.
This team is kind of crazy, actually.
Is it cracked?
Oh, Polamalu made the list too?
Oh, that's what we're going with. Oh well, see, I don't know. I mean, I was either if it wasn't Johnny Manziel, it was either gonna be Johnny Manziel or Carson Wentz, but not Carson Wentz.
Not Carson Wentz. Yeah. I can see with the Manziel. I said we could throw the Manziel in there anyway.
Let's do Troy. Let's do Troy and No, Ed Reed and Johnny or Troy and Johnny.
I think Ed Reed and Johnny. I think Ed Reed and Johnny makes I think that hits
because they were both like good. Well, Ed Reed was good, but Johnny was decent, but he just couldn't stay out of fucking trouble.
Like I feel like one of them hits the definition that. No, both of them hit the definition that Byron gave, but on two opposite sides of the spectrum, though.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Like, yeah, man. Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, like, he could have been something, you know?
Yeah, he could have been. He low-key could have been where, who was it that we had up there that got cut short? Wait, who did we put in that? Oh, Colin Kaepernick? Yeah, he definitely could have been in that pick as well.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, well, yeah. Nah, he could have been there. Yeah, he was. If it was, HVAC or he's a janitor. One of the two. Because you was in there, and you was out of there.
In and out, like the burger.
Yeah.
Boy.
As you guys can see, we have reached the end of our construction crew. This is our construction crew. So let's go back. Let's just have a quick review, real quick. Our general contractor, we want Jeff Tomlinson because he's a contractor in real life, so we need the experience. Because these other niggas don't know how to be.
Yeah,
they don't know nothing. So our safety, we chose Peyton Manning. For our plumber, chose Jason Kelsey. We had Tim Tebow as electrician. Antonio Brown as a concrete guy, crazy nigga. And then we got two steel workers, Ray Lewis and James Harrison's two absolute beasts. Like two monsters, by the way. And then HVAC air conditioning, we got Colin Kaepernick. Could have been something once again, but cut short. Y'all know why. Two framers, we got Julius Peppers and DeMarcus Ware. Yeah, them dudes, they definitely put it together, for sure on their team. Painters, we got Brock Purdy because that nigga just look like he paints.
Make it purdy.
Make it purdy. That's the thing. Make it purdy. We got two specialties. These twos are beasts and they're fast. Devin Hester and Tyreek Hill. These dudes. The thing about Tyreek is like short and he's just fucking swole. Like he's just
compact.
He's compact, But yeah, that dude's specialty. And then last two, Ed Reed and Johnny Manziel. Our janitors. Taking out the trash at night. So this concludes the mega draft. We hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know what y'all think about this this team here. Could y'all build a better team? I don't know. You better get some friends and see if y'all can make a better team because this team is gonna do it.
Yeah, now y'all know what the each position and each you know everybody does. So you can make a team. See what you got.